Testing 1, 2, 3. Warning, the following video may contain adult language and themes. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you have a problem with this, stop playing this video now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You had your chance to back out. No turning back now. I just saw the Kubrat pulev versus Joey Abell fight, and Kubrat pulev was knocked down. Now, I don't know if this was the first time he was ever knocked down, but it's actually pretty funny because Joey Abell isn't even a top contender. He's like ranked 100th or some shit like that. And I know Kubrat pulev fans are going to be like, well, it was just a flash knockdown, or he just slipped, or whatever. I mean, he was still knocked down. I mean, do you think Vladimir Klitschko is going to let him off that easily? I just don't see how anybody thinks that Kubrat pulev is going to beat Vladimir Klitschko. I just don't see it. Like, he's going to knock Vladimir Klitschko out? Like how, you know, I'd like to hear from Bulgarian Kubrat pulev fans. How exactly do you think Kubrat pulev is going to win? I mean, they all say, oh, Kubrat pulev is going to destroy Klitschko, blah, blah, blah. Well, how? I mean, is he going to knock Vladimir out? Because I don't see that happening. Corey Sanders, one of the hardest punchers of all time. Well, I mean, hardest. He was one of the hardest punchers out there. He gave some of the best out there a run for their money, and Vladimir Klitschko kept getting up from Corey Sanders. It took. I mean, yeah, Corey Sanders knocked Vladimir Klitschko down, but Corey Sanders was a much harder puncher than Kubrat pulev and had a better knockout ratio. Corey Sanders was even a southpaw, and that's why he got to Klitschko so much. Kubrat pulev is not a southpaw. How is Kubrat pulev going to knock Klitschko out? It's just not going to happen. I mean, I don't see that happen. How is that going to happen? Kubrat pulev knocked Joey Abell out with body punches. I mean, that just proves that Joey Abell did not, exercise his midsection enough. Vladimir Klitschko is not going to fall for that. Vladimir Klitschko is not going to be knocked out off of a body punch. I mean, Vladimir Klitschko's has probably one of the most chiseled midsections of all the heavyweights out there. Like, how exactly is Pulev going to knock Vladimir out? Pulev couldn't even knock Tony Thompson out. Tony Thompson looked like he was just there for a payday. This Joey Abell, who is a journeyman at best, gave Kubrat pulev trouble, and it took Kubrat pulev 5 rounds to finally dispose of him, after he finally got exposed and stopped clowning around and wasting time. It's like, he's not a knockout puncher. Kubrat pulev's not going to knock Vladimir out, so then you may be, well, he may outpoint Vladimir. Well, I don't see that either. Vladimir is the king of outpointing people. It's like, has Vladimir ever been outpointed? I don't think he has. It would be a first. And I just don't think it's going to happen. Vladimir is like a master at the jab. Do you think Kubrat pulev's jab is better than Vladimir Klitschko's? You have to be insane. Vladimir Klitschko, as much as I rag on Vladimir Klitschko's jab is one of the best out there right now. It's like, you're not going to out-jab Vladimir Klitschko. The reason, what it comes down to is Kubrat pulev is an inferior version of Vladimir Klitschko, and how can an inferior version of Vladimir Klitschko beat Vladimir Klitschko? It's not going to happen. And even if, and I've said this before, even if Kubrat pulev does outpoint Vladimir Klitschko, does anybody really want to see that? I mean, are Bulgarian fans going to be sitting back going, yay, we outpointed him? No. People want to see Vladimir Klitschko get his face smashed in and knocked out and shit. We don't want to see that shit. We don't want to see him fucking outpointed. Who wants to see that? It's the most boring shit ever. And that's, in my opinion, the only way Kubrat pulev is going to beat Vladimir Klitschko is by points. Okay? Just wait and see. I want Pulev to get a shot. I want Pulev to get a shot, because then it means he's going to get his block knocked off sooner, and we can stop with all these fucking Pulev fans flooding these message boards and fucking YouTube with their incessant, Bulgarian power, the Cobra will fucking sting Vladimir and fucking whatever. Yeah, right, dude. Come on. Just get it over with, Vladimir. Challenge Pulev, knock him out, embarrass him, crush him with your massive body weight, and just get Pulev out of here. Get him out of here. I mean, he's such a hype job. I mean, I'm just so sick of him. I mean, he got knocked down by a journeyman. That's on Deontay Wilder level of fraudulentness. I just can't wait till Pulev's out of here. Um, it's like that'd be even worse than having Vladimir Klitschko as champion. Having Kubrat Pulev as champion. I mean, it's a shorter, less powerful, inferior version of Vladimir Klitschko. Who wants that? Seriously, Bulgarian fans. Like, I know he's your guy. I know he's from your country. I know it would just give you such a hard on to see him be champion. But he's just not exciting. He's the most boring fucking fighter out there. He's worse than Vladimir Klitschko, okay? The reason why most people don't like Vladimir Klitschko is because he's boring as shit. And he's just so fucking robotic and so boring. And he has no... At least Vladimir Klitschko knocks people out, at least in spectacular fashion. Sometimes. At least he's got some power, you know? Pulev's like a inferior version of Vladimir Klitschko with less power and who grabs just as much and is just as fucking dirty and just as fucking boring to watch. I don't see it, people. I'm calling it right now. I'm gonna make a video later on. What round will Vladimir Klitschko knock Kubrat Pulev out? You know, God. Just give him a shot already, Vladimir. And not because I think Pulev deserves it, because I want him to go away. Go away, Pulev. Ugh. This was an embarrassing fight. Why? This is such a low-hanging fruit for Pulev. Why did he even choose Joey Abell? That's just embarrassing, you know. Anyway, okay, that was my quick thoughts on this fight. It was just, Pulev, go away. Just go away.